My mother was adamant about wanting to stay where she was. She was living at the time in North Carolina, and I am on the West Coast, and she was not coming back. And what how could she safely age in place was what we were aiming for. So I actually came out and spent some months setting up plans. Now, that was because I had the background. Had I not had the same background as Maureen, they would have probably been doing all this pre-arrangement. So we knew what she wanted. She wanted to age in place as best as she could. And as time went on, she knew she wanted to be with hospice. And how was that going to happen when I'm on the West Coast and I couldn't stay there forever? So we looked and we found Four Seasons Care Navigation, and Maureen became my surrogate, a daughter of sorts to my mother, and certainly a sister to me. Maureen's role encompasses advocacy, it encompasses healthcare navigation, and it also encompasses community resources. And it made such a difference. Again, during the planning state and during the not acute need state, we were able to arrange things so mom was finally in her very late life receiving veterans benefits, which made all the difference in the world from a financial perspective, as well as from a care perspective. So fortunately, we had greased the wheels ahead of time. And also, Maureen knew all these people. Even if I could have stayed in North Carolina and done my professional gig, I don't have the local resources that Maureen does. I mean, it's just it made such a difference. So knowing where mom should go, and then having Maureen be able to get in and monitor and attend to not just mom's needs, but also staffing needs as well. And especially as we went further down the trajectory, Maureen really interfaced with so many, not just the community, not just the facility staff, her staff as well. And so a real cog, with all those spokes,
Yes.
to handle the care. We dovetailed our work with hospice and facility staff, because the facility staff had gotten to know and love mom as well, and they had a social worker, they had the dietitian, and so it was a collaboration with mom running the show.
So we were working with the facility where she was living, with you long distance, with hospice care, with her attorney and executor and fiduciary, and the business office at the community, as she was in what we call a Medicaid spend down. And at some point, as her funds got low enough, we were able to continue to provide care navigation services to her, regardless of ability to pay, through our special fund from the Four Seasons Foundation. So we switched that billing mechanism over. And then the fiduciary and the business office manager at the home where she was living were able to file for Medicaid for her.
That is one complicated system.
Yes, it is.
And we were tracking her budget pretty well. And Maureen was privy to this. Maureen really did become a surrogate daughter, and she really did become a surrogate sister. She became part of our family, and it was important that she had this information. So we were tracking it, and lo and behold, those funds of moms lasted almost till the very, very end.
So just by having those points of intervention, your mom's funds stretched longer. We
Yes.
didn't tap into too many outside resources. Plus, she got the whole complement of being a veteran, which she deserved all along the way, and especially at the end of her life. She was able to tap into those veterans benefits.